Good morning. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden, and we're back. So I got my cutting tools with me today, jigsaw, etc., larger saws, so I can go ahead and cut the boards that need to be cut. You know, 2x4 here, a 2x4 there. You know, another one down at that end. You know, get them cut, get them in place, and then cut the long pieces off of the 4x4s there. Cut the long pieces off the 2x4s that don't need to be there. You know, get those cuts done. And then I can get the T-posts in, and then I can actually get the solid floor on it. That's where we're at today, and I should be able to get all three of those done. So the plywood I'm going to have to cut, I'll be able to put one piece on whole, and then the other piece I'll have to cut down to size. Just kind of work it from there. So supervisor's here. She's still inspecting. She's like, yep, looks good, Mom. Let's get it done. So I will talk to you later. Supervisor says she's ready for lunch. She's like, I'm bored, Mom. Let's do something else. Huh. All right. So wood's all been cut, all the right sizes, you know. T-posts are in, and I needed to do that so I could make sure I cut the wood the right size. Kind of like that one there where you can see it. They're not long enough to go the entire 10 feet. Again, 8 feet is what fits in the Jeep. So it stops at that brick, and then there's another one that covers that expanse. So I don't have weak spots on the floor. Excuse me. Anyway, so the T-post again, the wood will rest against, just like here, the T-post, not the aluminum frame. The aluminum frame is what gets to hold the tin across the top, so I don't have to buy tarps every year or every other year or whatever. But it is lunchtime, so, you know, I'm going to go take a break, have some lunch, and then I will come out and start cutting the plywood for the floor, which is why the T-post had to be in. The plywood should actually have little grooves at floor level that cut in around the T-post like that. So the T-post hold the plywood in place, and then I won't lie, I will come in with some deck screws and drill them in. So everything stays in place, you know, locked in, locked on. Yes, and then, you know, we'll put the top on. Actually, once we get the floor in, we'll bring the big ladder out and we'll cut some of this stuff down because I'll be able to reach it, and then decide whether or not I want to use the pole side or even take even more off. Not decided yet. Most of it's going to be how much can I get with the ladder. Yeah, but that's all after lunch. You know how you get one of those when you can't make a decision because you're hungry? I'm hungry. It's time to go lunch. So, I will talk to y'all in a few. First piece of plywood is in place. Yay! You can see again where I cut the groove so it fits around the T-post. The T-post is again what supports all the firewood, not the aluminum frame. But at the top, the aluminum frame will attach to the T-post. Not with that's just to hold it in place right now. It'll be with like fencing wire. So what I'm going to do with this piece, because it is in place, it's in its holes and it's lined up on the back side well, is I'm going to go ahead and screw that down in several locations with deck screws. So it's in place. It's not going to move, and that way I can get another piece of plywood, cut this piece here, and then do the side piece there. And if I calculated it right, one piece of plywood should fit both areas. We'll see. Part of me's like, oh, Nita, I don't know. We'll see. It's just how it is. We'll figure it out. Anyway, talk to you in a few. Isn't that awesome? The floor is in place. Look, even the supervisor's coming over to approve it, and I'm not gonna lie, she's taken a nap on it twice already. She's like, Mom, are you done making a ruckus? She's checked underneath it to make sure there was no rabbits. She's like, yeah, this is kind of cool. It's level. This is awesome, Mom. This is awesome. So, having said that, again, T-posts are in place, the sides are in place. I'm gonna go put some stuff away because I'm not cutting any more floor today. And, let me come up here in the shade just a little. And go get the big ladder and get my pruning shears and start taking some of this stuff off, because it will be in the way. excuse me, I have left my my pole saw back here, or I will be leaving the pole saw back here. So if I do what I can up with the ladder and pruning shears, and there's still just, I have to go higher, you know, kind of like some of these that are sticking out that might actually get in the way, you know, I can take them off. You know, will I reach like that one up there? No. I'm part of this one, maybe. You know, I won't know until I actually start working it. But I do want to take them down, and I do want to get the actual roof pieces together and on. And then that way I can, the blue tarp that I had protecting everything while it was sitting outside, I can go ahead and put the blue tarp across the top. Put the poles and stuff all on the deck. And that way the deck and the poles stay protected, because it's going to be at least another 2 days before I can get back out here. It's just how it is, you know. Scheduling wise, it's just how it is. And it's going to be longer than that before I get to start on that one. Having said that, I got to get this one together, get the roof on it. The wood has to come off of this because the bricks and the T-posts get used in that one. So, you know, there's just some puzzle pieces. Get one thing done, move on to the next thing. This is kind of awesome though. Whew. So yeah, so anyway, let me go put some stuff away, bring some stuff out, and we'll get busy. Talk to you in a few. Limbs have been pruned back. Roof supports are on. Tarp has got it covered. All the parts, excuse me, are over there, to include the parts for that half. Yeah, life is awesome. I got a mosquito bite on me. They're letting me know that my bug spray's wearing off. All right. It's kind of awesome. It's kind of awesome. It's nice to just be that far along. Now, am I done now? I still got, I still have the tin to add to the top, and to do that, I need to add, some wood supports, similar to this, that will go end to end. So I've got something to screw the tin into without messing up my aluminum. Sorry, I got cedar in places I don't want cedar. There's also, I don't know if you can see the little hole there. There it is, see the hole? There's a bracket that's supposed to go from the top bar to the bottom bar, and same thing on the other side, so it gets a bracing right there. Now, this was supposed to be a center pole, so there's no bracing there. It's all right. I'll get the bracing on it. Make sure that it's square. Sorry, I'm turning this way so I'm not looking in the sun. Put the bracing on the corners. Make sure that it's square here at the front corner, and then I will screw all the corners down. You can see where they've got holes there, and it's supposed to be so you can, you know, use a tent peg basically and put it down. I will screw it down to the floor on all four corners. I also have 2 7-foot T-posts that I want to put in the ground and then mount up here. Does that make sense? To help give it structured support. So when the piece of wood, because there needs to be a center piece of wood, is here to support the tin, so when it snows or ices, it doesn't collapse. So I think that's going to be awesome. Now I've already got the other 4 T-posts. The other really tall ones sitting over there. I have extra pieces of wood. You know, it's just, I'm at the end of my day. It's 6 o'clock. I'm tired. Tarp's on. We're good. It's not supposed to rain for the next 2 days. I'm not going to be able to do anything for the next 2 days. I have other plans. But, that is awesome for 2 days worth of work. You know? And that will fit the 4 racks worth of wood that I have. Does that make sense? And so by having 2 of them, I double the amount of wood storage I'll be able to do. So now when I do wood and propane, that's this year's wood, next year's wood. You know, should the zombie apocalypse happen and I never get propane again, it's 2 humps worth of this year's wood. So, you know, it all works out. All right, now let me go put stuff that cannot be outside away. Go in the house, start some dinner. I'm a little hungry. and I will talk at you later.